Okay, Algebra 12.4, completing a square, part of QSI's EO9. This unit you might have to watch several times, or this video, because it is a little bit more challenging than other chapters in algebra. Completing a square. So the first thing you do in completing a square is you take the b, which in this case is 2. You, what it shows you in the book is you take the b and you divide it by 2, and then you hit squared. So in this case, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to have x squared plus 1 squared, because 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1, and you leave it squared. Leave it squared, and this is where it gets confusing sometimes. And that is equal to 35 plus 1 squared. Now, as you can see, that this is one of those special properties of algebra where this becomes x plus 1, and both of these are squared. And this becomes 1 squared is equal to 136. Now, in order to isolate the variable x, because I'm looking for x, I need to get rid of my square on this side. So I square root this side, and I square root this side, which gives me x plus 1 is equal to the square root of 36, and the square root of 36 is 6 times 6 is 36, so 6. So let me move this over here. I go x plus 1 is equal to 6. And now I go over here where I go minus 1, x is equal to 5. And the reality is that since this could be negative 6, you could also do x plus 1 is equal to a negative 6, because really this is plus or minus 6. The square root of 36 could be plus or minus 6. So we do over here x minus 1 on this side, which gives me x is equal to a negative 7. So the roots in this case are x is equal to 5 or x is equal to negative 7. The key here is just noticing or understanding that you square the b, which is right here, like we did up here. You leave it alone until we come down here, and this becomes like this. And then you actually work out the squaring of the b for the second side in order to give you the number 36. Let's try another example now. Example 2. Let's move the 2 to the other side in order to get the proper format, which becomes x squared minus 8x is equal to a negative 2. Remember, minus 2. Let's do this b factoring weird thing where we have really what is you divide 8. Sorry, let me say that again. It's negative 8 divided by 2 squared. So now I'm going to move this before I do anything else, I'm going to put this in red over here so you can move it right down here, which now gives me x squared, and we have plus a negative 4 squared is equal to, this becomes negative 4 squared is equal to a positive 16, because a negative 4 times a negative 4, 16. And I add that to this side, which gives me, bring it down, 14. So I'm going to do that special property over here, right? And this becomes x minus 4 squared is equal to 14. Now, I need to get rid of that squared on this side, so the way I do that is I square root this and I square root this. This gives me x minus 4 is equal to the square root of 14, which is going to provoke a little, we're going to have to use some of the previous chapters to figure out. So for those of you who haven't seen this, 7 times 2 is equal to 14, and that cannot be factored out. So really we should just leave this alone. Now, I need to move my 4 to the other side, and this is of course plus or minus, because we don't know if it's going to be plus or minus 14. There's two possible answers. So x, so plus 4 on this side, plus 4 on that side, gives me 4 plus or minus the square root of 14. I could pull out my calculator and solve that, but it's unnecessary. I'll accept either answer. And this gives you two answers. 4 plus the square root of 14 and 4 minus the square root of 14 are both equal to x, or both the roots of the situation of this problem. So let's just review. Remember, the most difficult part of this is you have to memorize this process, and the only way you can do that is by going through those problems in the book. Simplifying it to this level is perfectly acceptable. You could use the calculator to solve, but unnecessary for the exam. But once again, you get your b, the whole b, like I did here. I'm going to now use a green one. And I put it here, divided by 2, squared, and I put it right over here where the red marker shows what we did. And then you actually work it through to put it on that side and add it to the second side. So that's the hardest part of this. Please try this at home. If you have any questions, ask me in class.